Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, switch my legs, and get a drink. I haven't been up yet since I
Because
started
MDI, or
streaming
what do you mean?
9.5 hours ago.
Like,
I don't think I've stood up from my chair that entire time. So,
yeah.
I'll be back in like 5 minutes, and then we will start
Tomorrow,
doing some MSQ. We're in a 38-person queue anyway. So that's back in a couple
I
minutes.
guess Scribe Mage
Gives time
is
for
coming
people
group
to
2
come
then,
back.
yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it in Discord. I'm not gonna tweet it
Good,
though.
good.
I changed my mind.
Are we doing Jailer in group 2, dude?
I mean,
No, I don't
for
think so.
some reason we blast,
Here.
but I had it as it.
If we one-shot everything, we do jailer.
Play ads. I never
It's
play
Jailer
ads.
is not
I guess
the
I can
game,
play
right?
ads.
Like, it
Yeah,
is
it's
actually free.
All right, I'm playing some ads.
Oh, big time.
I mean, especially the other bosses, there's no vibes anymore on the other bosses. It's like
Let's
the most
check.
freest things ever.
And I'll be back in a
Torment?
couple of minutes.
Lechovin, how much HP was it?
15, I think.
15%, yeah.
That's a big boy, yeah.
And 90% less damage from Resonance Cascade.
That's
We
a
start,
big
we
net.
start lasting on pool,
Bro, what the
right?
fuck?
Next week.
Sorry, what, Frago?
We lost on pool next week, right? On the
Yeah,
league.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
You deserve the ads.
Just
Thank you.
kill one
mob.
I would rather there
Kill
not be any,
instant
right? I would rather
fix
talk to
it
you
right,
guys. All right.
like top right,
Back in a bit.
fix it, Bob, and we'll see
Stretch
if we
legs.
can-
Bathroom.
Wait, that's the Turbo Blast.
Yeah, it's just full send, yeah, no chill.
Is Turbo
full
here
send.
on Monster?
Okay, I have a serious question, Mary.
Disconnected.
Well, my friends, shall we continue the aftermath of the battle to repel the Sin Eaters? Many have died and many are sad. If you're ready, why not go on ahead to the Ocular? You can keep the Exarch company while I fetch Alpha now. Don't worry, I mean to borrow the swiftest tomorrow I can find, so we shouldn't keep you long. Be sure to pass on the message, eh? The people believe. The people believe in us. In our desire to keep fighting. Came here for childhood stories and reacting to videos. I've heard that there are some short stories on the website that I need to read as part of the story, but I'm gonna wait until after MSQ and then I'll probably read them with you guys. That'll be future content. Do you have any business? I do. I need to see the Exarch. Yeah, the short stories I've been told about. We'll read them after the MSQ to get some background. Welcome, my friend. Tales of your heroism on the battlefield precede you, though I confess I found them more gladdening than surprising. I hear no few of our people have you to thank for plucking them from the jaws of death. Would that they had not needed saving to begin with, but the responsibility for that lies with me. One of our soldiers said that. Thank you. Yeah, the soldier said he believes in what we're doing and we should keep fighting. Rest assured, I fully intend to continue our work. I will not shrink from what must be done, now least of all. Though I mourn the lost, I will not lose myself to grief, and even should regret to be my constant companion, I will follow the path I have chosen to its end. I don't want to talk. Of that I have no doubt, and if ever we should appear to falter, it will only be because we are fatigued after a battle well fought. Thank you for your kind words. We have plans to make, do we not? I was ready, it was fine. Done until Wednesday. No more raiding
My
until
friends,
Wednesday. No more WoW until Wednesday.
With your aid, we have weathered a brutal assault.
Sorry I'm late, though I would not have been had anyone thought to notify me in advance.
How do we tell you, though?
As I was saying, it was only with your aid that we weathered this assault. Without it, the Crystarium and all who dwell here would now be gone.
For each we saved, another perished. If there is anything else we can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. This is our home too, and we want nothing more than to keep it safe.
Thank you. We are blessed to have you with us. As for the attack itself, VFXIV may call it divine retribution, but Sin Eaters are creatures of instinct. A coordinated assault is unprecedented. Moreover, in the absence of a Light Warden, there should have been no compulsion for lesser Sin Eaters to congregate here en masse. All of which points to a single, unavoidable conclusion.
That these minions of light answer to a higher power. He who did claim kinship with them, who did boast of control, not in idleness, 'twould seem, but in earnest. Lord VFXIV.
Indeed. What I mistook for bluster was in fact the truth. The Sin Eaters are his to command. But if he imagines this show of force will convince us to bend the knee, he is sorely mistaken.
I take it your meeting in Yulmore did not end well.
You could say that, yes. But I am wiser for the experience nevertheless. It appears he has mastered a technique which allows him to enslave the minds of others. A fact I discovered when he attempted to use it on me.
That would go some way towards explaining the peculiar reverence afforded him by his subjects. There may feasibly be a handful of true believers among them, I suppose, but it would not surprise me if the vast majority were in his thrall.
I guess so.
Had I not anticipated his treachery, I might well have joined them. But seeing his invitation for what it was, I sent a glamour in my stead. I rather doubt such tricks will avail me a second time, however.
Did you have any luck tracking down the Light Warden in Calusia?
Sadly, I have nothing to report on that front. What of Armorang?
After a fruitless few days scouring ruins, I resorted to asking the locals. While no one I spoke to had seen any sign of the Warden, I did uncover a possible lead. An abandoned mine in Western Armorang. From what the Maud told me, it would be a perfect place to stay out of sight.
Can't help but notice that Alice has a lead and Alfie doesn't.
Of course, I could never hope to explore such a labyrinth quickly or safely on my own, so I returned here.
Even should we all join in the endeavor, an exhaustive search could take weeks, and with no guarantee of finding anything.
The Wardens harbor vast reservoirs of primordial light, do they not? Far beyond anything found in lesser sin-eaters. And isn't it true that the Oracle could see the light of a sin-eater from miles away? Surely a Warden would seem like a blazing beacon by comparison. To the real Oracle of Light, I mean. The real Menphilia. If we travel to Armorang, to the south where she halted the flood, I could summon her back.
This.
What do you think?
Don't.
I agree.
Don't what? Do what I can. What we both know is right.
Do not presume to know my mind. You have no idea what you're proposing.
Well, she does know what she's proposing. It's just wrong.
But I do. I know why you never said anything. Because you thought you could keep me safe by keeping me in the dark. And maybe I thought so too. But I knew, Thancred. I always knew.
Oh, I see. I thought you were a rather underwhelming reincarnation, but it all makes sense now. The Oracle lies dormant within you, doesn't she? But to draw on her true power, you must become one, both body and soul. To wit, one being must consume the other. Who shall be the lucky winner?
This doesn't
Jesus,
concern
you're an
you,
asshole.
Ascian.
But it plainly concerns you. Which is why your heart is ready to burst out of your chest. Despite the raging tempest in your bosom, however, you have never once opened up to your young charge. Now, why would that be? Love. Well, I for one think it's a marvelous idea. Certainly more promising than any of your other suggestions. So, it's off to Armorang we go.
I'll meet you at the gates.
Yo, who put him in charge? Sorry to be so insistent, but I know this is the only way. If you're willing to give me a chance, come with us. Alright guys. You've been saying it since I started playing this morning. I will talk to Emmett. Will you never grow tired of shuffling your feet? If you have something to ask me, ask. As I told you before, Zodiark is the creation of my people. The first people. We summoned him as your kind might summon a primal, albeit an infinitely more powerful one. And like one of your primals, he tempered us. It was only natural. There is no resisting such power. And so we Asians came to exist solely to bring about the rule of darkness. His darkness. Of course, some would call us evil for it, and they would be fools. Though that is only to be expected, given their innate inability to conceive of the nature of our universe. But I believe I'm repeating myself. Do you not trust me to speak honestly? Do you hope to catch me in a lie? Really? I have no need of deception, and even if I did, I assure you, you would find it quite indistinguishable from the truth. Alright guys, that's your one thing for the day. You've been fed. Be happy. Is Emmett tempered? Emmett just admitted to being tempered, but do we really know what tempered means? This is the wrong way. Dang it. That was the first time I took that teleport too. So exciting. Sorry for the wait. I'm ready now. Look, no matter what happens to me, I'm sure I don't want to go back to being who I was. I want to be stronger, strong enough to face my destiny, and I want to believe I can play a part in saving this world. I hope you can find it in yourself to believe it too. When you put it that way, how could we not? Did you eat anything? Today? No. It is your decision to make. Just be sure that you're prepared when the time comes. If all are assembled, shall we depart? We'll follow your lead. What route would you have us take? About that, there's something I neglected to mention. I saw a Yulmoran airship coming into land over Amarang while I was on my way back to the Crystarium. No doubt the same vessel that bore Vathri's forces to Raktika. Meaning we can expect to encounter armed resistance on our journey through the region. Nod. Let's fight. That'll make us all feel better. Right. Now, Nabatharang lies in the southern reaches of Amr, and there are two routes we can take to get there. The first is the eastern route, which would lead us past Mord Suk, The other is the western route, which would require us to pass through the Hills of Amber. Minfilia and I took the eastern route last time. Yes, that's the more well-trodden path. It also makes for easier traversal of the Namath Severance. But we can't use it. If we did, we'd need to cross the Severance from a point nearby the inn at Journey's Head. They're scissors. Maybe they're swords, but I'm gonna call them scissors. If the Yulmorans caught wind of our approach, it could very well bring them into contact with the inn and its patients, and we can be sure their activities would not meet with Balthri's approval. It'll make the journey more arduous, but I believe it would be safer to take the western route, which brings me to my proposition. While you make for the Hills of Amber in the west, I will draw the Yulmorans' attention elsewhere, to an area in the east I know to be uninhabited. That way you'll have a chance of reaching Nabatha Rang unopposed and without risk to civilians. I cannot deny that it's a sound plan, but I also cannot allow you to go alone. My skills will make your task somewhat easier, will they not? I will accompany you as well. It'll afford us a chance to have a proper conversation. Alright, and if I go with the others, I'm likely to say something Thancred will regret. Well then, we'll leave the work of distracting Balthri's forces to you. The rest of us will take the western route and try to avoid attracting attention. With that in mind, I think it best we follow the road from the bridges. We'll move faster with a solid path under our feet. So it's Thancred, Urianger, Minfilia, and I. We'll borrow a few Amaro for our own journey. I leave the rest to you, Minfilia. Thank you. I'll try not to disappoint. Alright. Where are you at, Thancred? Oh, okay, you're down there. MSQ time, that's right, MSQ time. Rain going on a walk with the bird. Thancred and Y'shtola just not getting along very well right now. Y'shtola also picking a fight with Urianger. She's too real for everybody. Here we go. Thancred. There you are. The gate leading to Amarang is just up ahead. In all the time I've been here, I've never ventured into the Hills of Amber. Not that I'm particularly intimidated by new lands at this point, but we have more than enough reasons to be cautious as it is. Keep an eye on Minfilia for me, would you? How did you get the sheep mount? I got it by streaming until someone gave it to me. Hey, Legenda. Just a man and his sheep. Off so soon, Master Gelson. You've barely had time to recover from the battle. Nevertheless, if you're certain, I'm hardly in a position to question you. Guys, I do believe that you are all about to unplug your wireless headset.
Take comfort in the bonds you share. Accept the pain when the time comes to part. Press on, for joy and sorrow walk hand in hand. Beyond Mount Garik lie the Hills of Amber, beneath which run hidden veins of mineral wealth. Or ran, at least. Mayhap they are spent. Or mayhap The ringing of hammers can yet be heard below.
I think this might be my least favorite of the zone music so far today. I'm just not a big lo-fi fan. Gasp. Listen, guys, I have to say something is my least favorite, and no matter what I say is my least favorite, you're all gonna think that it's terrible. It can't all be my favorite. It can still be really good and my least favorite. But also, I think it sucks. This place has been scarred by the flood too. Who can say what lies ahead? Whatever else this road may be, it's mine to travel, and I don't plan to take a moment of the time I spend upon it for granted. It's okay to be wrong. I'm grateful for your consideration. I take it you're seeing what I'm seeing. Finding a village when we're hardly 10 paces into the hills is a surprising stroke of luck, given our recent fortunes. But you won't hear any complaints from me. Let's see if the folk who live here can tell us what to expect from the road ahead. I did like Lahi. I thought that was good. Blech. Preach loves his zone. If you hate it, you must hate Preach. I don't know that I hate the zone. I just don't like the music. Hello. You sell? No, you're no merchant. But why do I know your face? We met earlier. Yep. I had the Vobert gold. I bought the mushy bread. It made me sick. Such a coin purse cracking. You're a legend among the moored traders. You're a traveling merchant, then? Can you tell us anything of this village? Of course. Anything for valued customers. This place is Garrick. Before the flood, it was the home to many miners. After, not so many. And now, none. So Master Gengen borrowed the village and made it into a trading post. Very convenient location. In which case, you all must be familiar with the local roads, yes? We're on our way to Nabatha Rang ourselves. If we continue south from here, will we have any difficulties reaching it? Oh yes, great difficulty. The flood rent the stone and crushed the mines surrounding Nabatha Rang. Only steep cliffs and collapsed tunnels remain. Oh no. Well, maybe we should go the other way then. Back into Amarang? Surely there must be some other way. Do you think any of the other moored might have some sort of hidden route? Perhaps. You ask, they tell. Tell for free even to friends of our best customer. Bow. Wonderful. Thank you for your help. Well then, best customer, let's see what information your reputation buys us. Nods. I synchronized nodded with Yuyange. Question the moored of Garrick. You wish to go to Nabatha Rang? There was a way once. A gondola down from the cliffs. It was built for those who had left something behind that they wished to retrieve. Now there's nothing left, and no one to use it. You may search for it if you like, but I doubt that its rusted wires would bear your weight. You hastily take down a memo regarding the gondola on a spare scrap of parchment. Gone. For Nabatha Rang, airship is the best. Nothing is faster than an airship. The Ilmorans have one, I hear. You can ask them to take you. Although it seems somewhat superfluous, you dutifully make note of Gongon's words. There's an airship that our enemies have. do you think, Shulsul? That's a surprise. Not many bound for Nabatha Rang these days. I do know of a trolley that once went there. They used to travel between all the settlements and mines of the Hills of Ember. It's locked behind a gate, however. I assume that will have kept it from being stolen or damaged, but it also prevents it from being of much use. You take down information regarding the trolley on a wrinkled piece of parchment before stuffing it unceremoniously back into your bag. We have a trolley, an airship we can't use, and a gondola. Ah, Robin, I'm afraid I've learned little of use about how to reach Nabatha Ring. The Yulmoran presence, though, is another matter. Apparently, although their army is definitely in Amarang, there have been no sightings of Yulmorans at all in the Hills of Amber. Perhaps we can take that as a sign that Alisai's plan has borne fruit. Did you have any better luck finding us a route forward? Gondola from cliffs, potential death trap. Hills of Amber trolley, behind gate. Yulmoran presence confirmed. Sounds like we're going to be doing a trolley if I'm a guessing person. So these are our options. What do you think? The trolley doesn't involve death or Yulmorans. It must be the one they want me to do. Seems to be the least risky of our options, and I can't imagine one gate is enough to thwart you. I'd like to know a bit more before we dash off in search of it, though. Perhaps Zunzun can offer some insight. Zunzun. Oh, valued customers, we're the other Mord of help. They told us about a trolley. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabatha Rang, at least. But am I correct in thinking there's a reason you didn't do so yourself when first we asked? Yes. The gate. It is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. Shrug, shrug, shrug. I don't know, but you should travel east to Mount Biren Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos, it would be them. Thank you, you've been a great help. We're off to Mount Biren then. Let's hope someone will be there to answer our questions. Nod. Alright. Let's go meet Thancred by the mountain. Talk to some miners. Find out if the trolley's gonna work. How to open the gate. Talk to miners. Talking to miners is fine. I guess we go up that way. Or go down. Bet it's up though. A lot of hostile animals. Hey, hijinks. Finally caught up. That's an impressive feat. Congratulations. Ride a goat? Nah, I'm riding my sheep. Man, I'm a little worried I just went the wrong way, but we'll see what happens. think I did go the wrong way. Nice to meet you. You as well, my friend. I'm glad you enjoyed the VODs. Oh my god, there's a ramp up there? Well... No, I couldn't get across a cliff. It doesn't matter. I couldn't get across a cliff. Plus, look at what I found. It was all worth it. The second ether current of the day. Hoggles. I love Minfilia and always mourn her. Yeah, I definitely miss the real Minfilia, but I also don't believe that our new Minfilia should die to give us the old one. That's not cool either. Alright, well, so I clearly went the wrong way, but it was all worth it because I got an ether current and an ether teleporter. They're down there. Please, let me jump. Ah. Glider? Yeah, I pulled out a glider. The scale of the track is impressive. I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Thank you, Persea. He's gonna make me follow the track again, isn't he? Oh no. I'm about to make the same journey that I already made. Five-star. Persea is a 5-star Uber, that's for sure. I think ovum means sheep. That was worth it. Yep. I made a mistake. It happens sometimes. Already done with Raktika and the Siege of Lakeland? Yes, we did that earlier today before the WoW raids. Hello, Rain. Afternoon, Music Master. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Zunzun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Zunzun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. Something near the entrance to the mines caught Yoyange's eye. Meet us there, if you see anything. Alright, time to investigate these trolleys. Trolley tracks. Siege of Lakeland is my favorite solo duty. Siege of Lakeland is really good, and the story it's telling is also very good, although heartbreaking. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. It's normal for railroad ties to be rusty. That's fine. Tuned in a couple days ago, you were in Stormblood and you needed to stop DPS. Nah, we go, go, go. Optimal gameplay. World first pace. The benches within suggested this must have been a passenger car. You just ruined my reading. Dirk? I guess I can read it again. passenger car. Oddly enough, though it's clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Nice. A well-maintained passenger car, rusty but functional tracks. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. So, somebody's been here recently. Stream stalkers. Yeah, it's like stream sniping, except significantly more friendly. Hello, Oriange. You missed 3 days? Man, missing 3 days of my stream is usually about 36 hours of MSQ progress. You're permanently behind now. Ah, Robin. What did you learn? Yep, you gotta watch the VODs in double time for like 6 hours a day when I do WoW. On Wednesday, I'm gonna be doing WoW all day. That'll be a good catch-up day. I see. Your observations are consistent with mine. Let us refrain from further discussion until our comrades arrive. Ample evidence of recent maintenance. Lukewarm tea. Nod. The levers for switching tracks look like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them back myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It's my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos bears more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor is it the only example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken. I know not how to repair them, that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. Without the aid of the Talos, even if you were somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we'd have no means of propelling it. You might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must, otherwise why keep everything else in working order? Whoever is maintaining the cars and rails knows something we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? No. Robin, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouses on the northwestern side of the tracks. Okay. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourself as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. Nod. Off we go, then. What I heard was stab them. Confront the suspicious man. You want sussy back here? I see 3 sussy people back here, actually. Wicked White, where did you come from? Never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. You're under attack. What are you? You're doomed. Jesus, 76? No, I'm 37. I will not stand for this slander. I'm old compared to other people in my guild, but I'm not that old. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us, we're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we need to steal some rusty iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal, that's for sure. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you'd come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Thaf, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her unto world's end? On their journey they met a sorcerer, as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they turned up here, somehow. I can only assume you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the unlikely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. They didn't say ageless, bro. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which we can travel to Nabatharang. We were hoping the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize we haven't gotten to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley. The trolley? You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thoth, at your service. Technically, I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion is the trolley. We're working with a few of the folks to get it up and running again. Before you ask, yes, it's true, there's little in need of transport these days. But that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials, or help put pieces together, or make you coffee while you work. Any number of chores. It's more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him, if you like. We'll introduce you. Nod. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. It looks like you'll be following us back to Twine, then. I like trains. I don't think I like trolleys that much, but I do like trains. Don't you guys think trains are better than trolleys? If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. What's the difference? Trolley's, you know, a single car, usually inside a city. Trains are multiple cars, usually cross-country. You think you'll be alright? That's, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. Did you? You were just watching us and we attacked you. Well, I guess we asked you questions and you attacked us. You're right, it is your fault. I'll have a look just in case. You go on ahead, Thaf. Alright, looks like it'll be just you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the rail yard. Face the wrath of the internet. Alright, if you guys would rather, I can turn off stream in penance for liking trains better than trolleys. I'll just keep doing the MSQ, of course. Because I'm not going to stop that. I wouldn't want to face the wrath of the internet. Mike will hear of this. Yeah, but he'll forget by the time that we actually talk. Streamer's a hoax. This is a little bit of emotional extortion, that's for sure. Damn, that's smarts. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Nothing can be done about it now though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get going. I can tell you have kids. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's more perilous a route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. So you love trolleys more than trains? I don't know why I would say that. Trains are clearly superior. Why would you want me to lie to you like that? Bigger, they're longer, they're faster, they're more comfortable, they go further, you get a better view, they're better. Wait a moment, I think I hear something. That's something, all right. Run! I'm not gonna run from a scrawny, angry-looking dog. I like them both. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I like them both too. And the thing is that they don't compete, right? In the vast majority of situations, if there's a trolley, there is no train option that will do what the trolley will do for you. And if there's a train, there is no trolley option that'll do what the train will do for you. They don't compete. Going through the story insanely fast. Thank you, Trizorasian. I'm having a blast with it. They're both superior to cars, and they're both superior to bicycles. Crazy how fast it's been going. I mean, I'm just having fun. Playing a lot. I mean, that's why it's going so fast, right? I could have drawn this out over the course of months and months and months just by cutting my playtime in half every day, streaming for 6 hours a day instead of 12. But I can't do that. I'm incapable. I'm an obsessive personality type, and when something's got my interest, I can't stop. Sorry about that. I'll admit I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're near to Twine though, so we should make it without further incident. But money? I know it's strange, I know it's surprising, but I'm not actually doing this for money. Appreciate the quick playthrough. Me too. I'm seeing the story. I'm having fun. Any plans on playing the other Final Fantasies? Yes. So my immediate plans after finishing the MSQ is to go through and play every single side story that chat tells me is worth playing. My mods are assembling a list of what I should do and in what order to enjoy all of the stories this game has to offer that you guys are worried I skipped. And after that day, maybe 2, then I'll let you guys choose a Final Fantasy game for me to play. Because Final Fantasy XIV is so good, I have to try something else out from the studio. And of course, after the MSQ, we're gonna have to have at least one day spent reacting to stuff. All of the videos and clips and other people's streams that you wanted me to react to, that you've been like wanting me to see, we'll do all of that too. This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to see their fortunes. That's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town, back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there is no trolley. Not much work to be had in the mines, for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go. Or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it'll help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just, don't expect too much aside from that. Yeah, I would be very, very glad to talk to a Preacher or anyone else about the MSQ once I'm done. Have a little chat about the expansions and the patches and the story and the lore. React to any of the videos that they've made about me playing. React to any of their clips they've made while watching me play. And then all of the side videos you want me to watch, all of the lore videos, whatever. And then all of the side stories in Final Fantasy. Don't worry guys, once I'm done with the MSQ, there'll still be a day or 2 of content. That's encouraging, but I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. How are you with turn-based games? Some of my favorite games are turn-based games. Any Civilization enjoyers out there? Need a Lore Master quiz? I agree, we do need a Lore Master quiz. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the 3 of you in my life. Or the 4 of you? Wicked white, if you're gonna bother me, at least have the damn courtesy to stand still. I believe this man is more than a little inebriated. Played all the Civs. Civ 5 is monstrously better than Civ 6, and if you disagree, you're simply enamored of bad takes. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabath-Arang, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see? What? There's nothing in Nabath-Arang. Not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No, we must reach Nabath-Arang. I must. Bah. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin, nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. How about thoughts and prayers? We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabath-Arang. If you insist that the trolley's not an option, at least tell us why. No, I'm sick of people asking me about the blasted thing. Leave me alone. Well, let's go outside and talk. Bye. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right. But I can't be. I won't be forever. Girl, you have unrealistic expectations for yourself. You're not weak. You fight Sin Eaters and kill them by yourself. There has to be some way. I must find it. Oh, I'm sorry, I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents. They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Thancred, are you really content to watch and take no action? This isn't fate, Urianger, it's choice. And I've had years to decide where I stand. Minfilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. He's fully aware of his conflict of interest, and he's doing the very best he can. It is for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent. Protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That I can do for her. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. Alright. Let's go find out if someone knows how to fix the trolley. There you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest is not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. No, I'm not interested in stroking your smooth wood. You mean to say you're not giving up, even knowing that Magnus is Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it, though perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me prepare in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We'll go inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. Alright, we can't get the trolley to work, but if we do get it to work, we need the rails to be intact so we don't fall and die, so let's go fix them. Hello, my friends. Hi. This spot looks like it could use a bit of work. Can you ready the tools for me? Gladly, my friend. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant! Now, hand me what I need as I work. There's a good boy. The bolt is loose for one matter. We can't have that. I need to tighten it. So you need the wrench. Aw, no shoddy needs a saw for the bolt. Thank you, this will do very nicely. Now give me one moment. There are no other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Man, seeing how invested you guys are in me enjoying the other Final Fantasy games when we finally finish Shadowbringers and the Shadowbringer patches and Endwalker and the Endwalker patches, later this week. Makes me really excited for the conversation we'll have a day or two later. That'll be fun. I'm a bit concerned about this lantern post. Would you ready the tools for me? You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. You're handy to have around, aren't you? Well, as to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're gonna do this, we may as well do it properly, because it never gets dark. I get it. If by some miracle the night returns like it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. I can get backseating. I know that you guys wouldn't get backseating though. I played Elden Ring without any backseating, mostly. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want those little pieces of wood jetting down the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I need to sand it down a bit. So you need a rough file. I wouldn't be backseating, of course. You guys are too invested in me enjoying it fresh myself. A wood file is perfect. Let me even this out. Remember when people didn't believe you'd finish Heaven's Word before finishing DSR? You guys didn't understand how I play. He wasn't doing 12-hour streams. I was. I'm tempted to show you guys my Twitch report for the past month. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. In the last 30 days, I've streamed an average of 11.5 or something hours every single day. Here. Pull it up, give you guys the exact numbers. In the last 30 days, I've streamed 349 hours. That's in 30 days. And it all started because of this MSQ. That includes day off. And that's including several days when I didn't stream for that long. But yeah, that average, that 349 hours in the past 30 days does include the one day that I did not stream. I haven't spotted any of the problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here a bit longer? It's breathtaking, I know. It is a nice view. It's beautiful. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the Hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could be easily reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Nabath Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Nabath brought the Mistal engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills. And wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. Entwining of tales sounds like more than fruitful cooperation. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yulmore. Now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed, and there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we may as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. So would you follow the tracks north and remove the vulture nests? I'll keep an eye on things from here. Alright. Let's kill some vultures. There's a lot of tanks on this train. Man, sure would suck if I fell off right now, wouldn't it? Someone just confirmed that we can fall off. Don't do it! No! Alright, one more vulture. Baiting the AoEs. Which is better? Getting hit by a single AoE? Or falling off in an attempt to dodge one? Back to Jarek. You miss 100% of the dodges you don't take. Don't you miss 100% of the dodges you do take too? Hit points a buffer? As long as I'm not dead. Or taking a debuff. It just doesn't matter. It'll all regen anyway. Thank you. This should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are long gone. When they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted, its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley, damn it. And those were the worst years of my life. But then about 7 years ago, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would never have left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amarang is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. Didn't help in the end, though. Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? Damn. That's a rough story. The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again, so in his memory, they returned to Twine. Started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and he was going okay for a time. What? Wicked White! Vultures? Are they back for revenge? Never mind. I don't want to find out. The story just got interrupted. Magnus came back to fix the trolley in his son's memory, but he stopped because... Are all of the Final Fantasy games available on PC, or are some of them platform only, console only? Nice work out there. Now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do you much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different. But, well, here we are. Not that it'll do you any good, but we do have a Talos we've been meaning to repair. I can show you if you like. It'd be nice to hear something other than Magnus griping for a change. And there's a million quests here. Oh my goodness. Wonder how many of them have good stories. Here we have a Talos. Truly a most vexing state of affairs. I thought mayhap a closer examination might yield something of value. I see. The means to build Talos stone by stone are lost to us, it's true. But here before us slumbers a most fine specimen. Indeed, were it not for a few minor failings, it would be in working condition. Likely requires nothing but a few repairs and a suffusion of ether. Well, if you think you can get the thing up and running, far be it from me to stop you, but what exactly you reckon is the problem? I should stress that I have performed only the most cursory of examinations, although such arcane constructs are not wholly unfamiliar to me. And as I originally thought, it has a network through which ether is supposed to flow. Or it would, if there were not several fractures stopping the flow. How in the hells did you get all that from just a glance? I take it you've thought up a solution as well, then. To fix the fissures requires a special material that's conductive to ether. Once in place, I believe it will be possible to restore the Talos to life. Could you go get it, Robin? Not far outside of town, there's a creature of living stone, the Debitage. Stone from that guy will be useful for fixing this guy. Alright. Very good. I'll have Thancred and Amphilia help me with the remaining preparations. I spied only 3 obstructions to the flow of ether in the Talos, and so I need 3 stones of the Debitage. All else will be ready when you get back. Okay, let's go kill some rocks and use their rock to repair this rock. Dead rock. Say, wearing some yellow. Very lovely. Why are the rocks alive? Life finds a way. sec, guys. I'm looking at Steam. I'm looking at Final Fantasy games. Tancred and Minfilia will return before long with the remaining supplies we require. Did you find the stones from the rocks? Yes, here are the rocks that I got from the rocks. For you to fix this rock. With rocks. Fine specimens. Thank you. Now we just need to wait for Tancred and Minfilia. Start with 1. Wonder what it'd be like to play through all the Final Fantasies in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. From end to end, the paths by which ether may flow through the Talos have been duly mended. They but require a sufficient endowment. I fixed him, and now I'm gonna juice him up. It's, not moving, Boulanger. Strange. The core isn't stirring. I fear this tallow is in worse condition than I had previously thought. As a heart pushes blood through our veins, the core pushes ether through this frame. Failing its repair or replacement, this Talos cannot be restored. So it was the heart after all. You saw this coming? No, not exactly. We'd never gotten this far trying to repair it, so we had no way of knowing the heart was the real problem. We tried to find another, in case things turned out as they are now, but... Jarek? This isn't really my story to share. Please, Jarek, if something went wrong, maybe we can help. Hey, mortal, you mean Jesse. Alright, alright. After all you lot have done for me, I suppose it's the least I can do. Right then, the Talos, their hearts can't be made of just any stone. You need a special sort with sufficient ethereal conductivity. Both it and the other materials used in the construction of Talos bodies are mined in the same place. That place, of course, being here, the Hills of Amber. It was 3 years ago when she... No, I can't. I'm sorry. You'll have to hear from Thoth or someone else. Back to the tavern, then. Something sad happened. Man. We came this way because it would be an easier path to get Minfilia where she needs to go to talk to Minfilia. But after coming here, we needed a way through. So we identified the trolley as the way through, but the trolley doesn't work, so we fixed the tracks. And now we need something to make the trolley run, so we're fixing this guy. I feel like maybe going the way Alice went may have been the better route after all. Safer, not easier? Yeah. Everything's easy and safe if you stab everyone in the way. Still here, eh? You can ask again, but the answer's the same. Our trolleys are... What? God damn it, Jarek. You could have at least finished so I wouldn't have to clean up your mess. Seeing how you made such quick progress in fixing that Talos and all, he's probably thinking you could help change things around here. I think you may be right. Gather your friends, and I'll tell you what you want to know. 5:50 a.m. when I'm watching G. Saw him WoW and went MIA. Hey, Chusan. I'm glad you're enjoying the Final Fantasy. I am too. Would stabbing Voth
Magnus's wife was a miner, you know. Greatest prospector there ever was.
Maybe in the neck.
When the golem heart started failing, she was the first to head out in search of more. Problem was, most of the veins ran dry ages ago, and finding fresh ones to tap's only gotten harder. But she wasn't one to be deterred. She just kept digging deeper and deeper. And then the mine collapsed.
With her in it, I assume.
We labored day and night to clear away the rubble, but it took us 2 months to find her.
That's too long.
To find her body. Magnus has never been the same since.
He's lost his boy and his wife.
Where is he, if you don't mind my asking?
Ah, yes, well, if he's not here, there's only one other place he'd be.
What? Oh, you again. How many times must I tell you? The trolley won't run! We'd be better off dismantling the damn thing and selling the parts for scrap. Now, piss off back to wherever you came from. And don't let me catch you around here again.
What were their names?
My son was named Skuli. My wife, Agna. Being here with them, it beats going home. Home stopped being home when I lost them. I thought to try and drown my sorrows, but somehow the bottle's never deep enough.
No bottle is. Believe me, I know.
You've lost someone too?
Not like you. Not my own flesh and blood. I grew up an orphan, so I never really knew what family meant. Not until I met a man who offered to take me in and make me his pupil. He was a kindly soul, always looking out for me, like a father. Not that I appreciated that at the time, or anything else for that matter. But I finally had a family. And then I robbed a young girl of hers. I did my best to make amends, to offer her comfort. But the more I look back on it, the more I realize just how inadequate my efforts were. I let her down. That is why I refuse to let her legacy die. In the end, all we can do is press on, for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. And that requires your Talos. Please, Magnus. You are our only hope of reaching Nabarth Areng.
I would love it if this guy busted out a... I'm sorry, what were you saying? I was thinking about my dead wife and daughter.
What a rubbish. rubbish.
Exactly. Yeah, son. Whatever. Gender doesn't matter. Guys, I have 2 daughters. You're gonna have to forgive me for that slip.
She's not gone. No
I
matter
wouldn't
what
have
you
been listening
say
to
or
Thancred.
believe, she's not. We can still bring her back.
But we shouldn't. This is your life, child, not hers. Minfilia giving Tooth Code Beam. The funny thing is that before I knew she was dead and haunting children, I would have been all for it. But not at the expense of these children's lives. Full well do I know the pain of loss, and how heavily it can weigh on one's heart. Nevertheless, there's only one way forward. We must find a new heart for the Talos. Thaf, do you know where we can find the stone we need? We'd take any chance. I told you near all the veins were tapped dry years ago. Though I suppose if you really wanted to try, you may find something at Nuvi's Leavings. It was opened well before Talos became commonplace, which is why the mining there was never quite as deep. When you get there, look for Guthjun. Tell him I sent you. Don't be surprised if he tells you the same thing. Thanks. Robin, take Thancred with you. Although he would deny it, he's troubled. We shouldn't ignore his distress. Are you saying I should talk to him? Translating Urianger. Yeah, I speak fluent Urianger. And no one should have to. I would spare you guys that if I can. Thancred? Thancred? Well, where did he run off to? There he is. Off somewhere, are you? At last, a lead on the stone we need to power the Talos. I can't very well have you go on your own. Lead the way. I like how it speaks. Imagine everyone speaks the same, kind of boring. I don't know. I usually find more of interest in what's being said than how it's said. Urianger never lets an opportunity to use 20 words go by. I'd say we're long overdue for a good turn. I can only hope the gods feel the same way. Now, Nuvi's Leavings was to the south, was it? Let's get going. How well did you understand ARR, Urianger? I understood him fine. I speak Shakespearean. It's not a problem. I mostly translated it for my stream way back in ARR as well. Yeah, weeks and weeks and basically years ago. Wish you'd stream to the face cam so we could watch him cry IRL. I know it'd be more compelling if I used a camera, but for now, I'm not going to use it. For a long time, my rule has been that I wasn't going to use a camera because I live at home with my 2 daughters, and I was homeschooling them, and they should feel free to come in whenever they want, and not have to worry about their face showing up on the stream, and worry about people being weird on the internet. It's possible that I'll start streaming with a camera at some point when they go back to school. Maybe. The way you described it, I was expecting the place to be abandoned. Perhaps our fortunes are finally improving, though we should probably hear what Gufjun has to say before we celebrate, assuming we can find him. Alright, we're in the mines. Take Minfilia as your daughter. She needs a good parent. Didn't know people were weird. Anytime you're dealing with thousands and thousands of people, or hundreds, or even tens, usually 1 or 2 of them will be a bit weird, especially about young girls. My daughters are 14 and 9, and even if someone wasn't going to be weird about them, I don't want them to worry that, hey, I don't want to go in there because what if I show up on camera and they don't want to show up on camera, you know? I just want everything to be comfy and clean and unworrying. Who are you and what are you doing in here? Well, you should have listened to Thaf. You're wasting your time. But this site is not as developed as the others, isn't it? Surely there must be something left. I should explain. The stone you're looking for is leonine. All the Talos in the Hills of Amber are powered using them. Or they were, at least. Anyway, whatever's left, if anything, is too far below to be safely excavated. In the deepest reach of the mines, we use Talos to keep the pathways from collapsing. They're still there, but they could give out at any time, which is why much of the mine is closed off. Our only option is to search the higher levels for any fragments of leonine that may have been overlooked. I suppose there may be one other way. Well, don't leave us in suspense. What you're asking for is a trade secret. I'll need to be duly compensated in exchange. Fine. What do you want? The other day, I found a Vobert gold piece down in the mines. A bloody Vobert gold piece. Wouldn't you know it, I dropped the damn thing somewhere while I was working. Find it, and I'll tell you what you want to know. So I need to find a piece of gold, so that I can find a heart, so that I can fix a machine, so that I can ride the train, so that I can get over the wall to where we are going. Seems we have our work cut out for us, Robin. Thankfully, I have an idea for how we might hurry things along. I'm sure it's splitting up, right? As I'm sure you've noticed, despite their best efforts to illuminate the corridors, it's rather dark in here, meaning it will be that much harder to find a single coin hiding in the shadows. That's why I propose we use these sun drops to help the eye take in more light. Why don't you start your search further in, and I'll handle this area here. I'll retrace your steps after in case you happen to miss it. If you feel the drop's effects wearing off, I can give you more, so don't worry. We now have Dark Sight. Search the shadows for a Vobert gold piece. Wow, that was easy. It's right there. This sun drop is amazing. Aww. Who would have thought? What do you think about the background music? For the most part, the music in this game is universally excellent, inspiring, evocative of the zones it's written for. Personally, this is my least favorite of all of the background music. Perhaps the gold piece lies elsewhere. Thoughts on Lahi? I like Lahi. I realize you guys are memeing it a lot, and that's fine, but I really enjoy it. It's super evocative of the area it represents. The only part that's weird about the Lahi is that it doesn't actually loop, and so it goes silent, and then you get a big loud Lahi. You turn over a rock and find the Vobert gold piece. We found it. Pack your purse. Yeah, another Vobert gold piece. Yeah, it starts abruptly. It goes right in with the big loud Lahi. Yeah. But I like it better than the lo-fi of the desert. I just don't like lo-fi that much. I was hoping you dropped the gold piece somewhere closer to the entrance. More fool me for thinking Lady Blood was on our side. Well, here we go. Vobert gold. I'll give it to Thancred. Thancred will give it to Guthjun. Or maybe she is. Yours at least. In the end, my contribution was little more than poor company. And the sun drops. Love seeing your friends in the background. Yeah, I think it's really cool as well. I think it's really cool that some of the people watching the stream hang out. Shadowing me and ahead of me and being part of the game. It's neat. No more than usual, I assure you. I only managed to survive the Korthan wilderness and the Imperial capital by virtue of extensive preparation. A habit of mine since childhood. One of my few positive traits which endeared me to Louis Soir, I imagine. It hasn't been easy finding ways to compensate for my condition. Every tool and trinket has proven vital to my continued success, such as it is. Had I chosen to pursue the arcane arts rather than espionage, well, I'd rather not think on it. So long as I have the means to protect those dear to me and to see my duties through, that is all that matters. Now let's hurry and see that return to Guthjun. The sooner we get back to Urianger and Minfilia, the better. Doesn't listen to lo-fi beats you can study to for 10 hours. It's true, I don't. You're back. Does that mean you have my gold? I do indeed have your gold. Followers aren't obnoxious. It's true. And it's always been true with my stream. I don't know why, but my chat is always well behaved and thoughtful and interesting and respectful. And people I play games with are always positive forces for awesomeness in the world. It's good. Thanks, guys. I'll be damned. You actually found it. A deal's a deal, but I don't think this means you'll find what you're after. I've found Twitch chat to be, more than anything else, an inspiring and thought-provoking window into the respectful exchange of diverse ideas. It really is a marvel of the modern world. To be honest, I wasn't sure you could pull it off. But you did, and I'm a man of my word. Come with me. Unironically, I know, I'm not even being entirely ironical. My chat's fine. You guys are good. Whoops. Come see my new ride, per se says. Too late. You'll have to show me some other time. My chat window is so small right now. I just can't see it ever. This is my chat. I never look at it. I'm sorry. Nothing important is ever in chat, right? I never look at chat. Every time I step out of those mines, the sky seems to get brighter. I'd never leave them if the air weren't so stale. But you're not come to hear my grievances. You're after Leonine. First I have to ask, you ever hear of rockworms? Rockworms? I know them by another name, though I'm fairly certain the locals call them knockers. Aye, that they do. Whatever you want to call them, those little bastards may be the answer to your troubles. They can fit through cracks and crevices down where we could never hope to reach. And on occasion, they come back with something valuable. They dig up Leonine in the mines? Rarely, but yes. That said, it usually amounts to no more than a few flakes. Well, our only other option sounds tantamount to suicide. So how do we draw out these rockworms? Over by that shack, you'll find a bag full of smoke bombs. Set off a few in the mines, you'll flush them out in no time. Once they're out in the open, knock them senseless and check their backs. I should warn you, this method of mining, if you can even call it that, is used as a last resort on account of what little they're like to bring back. You'll want to cover as much ground as you can if you hope to find anything of value. Assuming you do find something, bring it here. I'll have a look. Jeeth's true voice? Yep. Carefully covered up. We should split up if we're to cover more ground, as he suggests. If you can cover these 3 areas on your map, I'll see to the parts between them. Alright, smoke bombs, worms, rocks. Alrighty, let's head into the mines. Whoa! You need to... You're, never mind. That's a good joke. Let me take a look at this. Oh, because you're in the mine cart. It is good. But I ruined it. I thought worms were going to come right out. I guess not. I like fetch quests because the scions always help you check other areas and we find what's needed. Earlier, we were supposed to get some beehives, and we all brought some beehives. They brought some as well. Instead of me needing to get 9, we each brought 3. Super helpful. Start Diver soon. Exciting. Man, I never imagined gnomes to be big rocky boys. Classic garden gnome says we chill in the gardens. Yeah, I've always imagined gnomes to be little, mischievous, and mostly humanoid. How's Dragoon feel? I love Dragoon. I love the animations. The animations will really draw me. And obviously all the off GCDs that you pump into your damage windows are very fun. Keeping up your roll quests? Nope, I'm going to do them all at once at the end. The air in the mines grows thick with smoke. Nearby, you hear the soft rumbling of stones. I guess the rubble? Need to do a roll quest? I know. I'm going to do them all at the end. Okay. Oh my god, how many are there needing to be? That's one? Did I accidentally log into World of Warcraft without realizing it? But yeah, the Dragoon animations are really, really cool. I enjoy the flashiness. All Japs have great animations? I don't know. I don't think that Astrologian animations are all that good. And while I enjoy playing Dancer, I think the Dragoon animations are better than Dancer's. That says pretty effects. I guess so, it's just always drowned out by the exact same sound and the exact same animation 98% of the time. It is what it is. Look at all that stuff happening. It's crazy. Ast doesn't have anything like that, right? Like you get to hear, you get to see the star explode once, whereas this is like a non-stop chain of jumping and flashy effects. That's LB3. The problem with LB3 is that even though I agree it looks cool, when I'm pushing LB3, I'm like constantly thinking, is there any way at all, that I'm going to be able to make it out of whatever upcoming thing is going to kill me after having rezzed everything? And is everyone going to die to the unresolved mechanic at the end of this LB3 cast? It's just like... Why aren't you out already? 2 more, guys. 2 more. Accept your demise and look at the animation. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I would say 60 to 70% of LB3s that res the entire party, you instantly wipe right after due to unresolved mechanics. I think that's a fair estimate. Not just you, the entire group, right, dies instantly. It has happened a few times. Every now and then you get the Omega amazing healer LB3 who reses everyone. You continue on and kill the boss. Very pog. How are you not dead? There you go. Guys, this is number 7. Holy moly, we did it. There you are. Find anything promising? God, I hope so. Mustache, thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate the support. Thank you very, very much. Between the two of you, I'd say you've got quite the haul. While you guys are all over here sunbathing a little bit. Best get comfortable, friends. It's going to take time for me to sift through all this.
You may not remember this about Arminfilia, but prior to founding the Path of the 12, long before the Scions, she was something
Do you remember
of a
this?
minor.
I remember this vividly. She was a minor, and she dug up a cat's eye, which she gave to her mother, Flamen, as a gift when she was younger. And then later, Flamen gave it back as a signal and a sign of how far she had gone. From a child that had dug up a cat's eye to the leader of the Scions.
After her father died, Flamine took her in and taught her the trade. I think they were both seeking to fill the void left by a loved one. Maybe that's why she took to it so readily. Back in those days, I spent most of my time in the Quicksand, or some other tavern, loosening tongues and gathering secrets.
You guys think Preacher's ready for the quiz?
Occasionally, I'd catch a glimpse of her in the street, on her way home after another hard day's work. I always felt a wave of relief when I saw she'd come back safe, along with a pang of guilt at the fact I wasn't there to support her as I should have been. Simply speaking with her more than once in a blue moon would have been a good start, but I could never bring myself to do it. Instead, I threw myself into my work and became every drunkard's best friend.
You were young. Bro! Man, I'm just not a good friend. This is what I have to conclude. Robin is just not a good friend. He poops on Minfilia when she's feeling bad, and now he's gonna poop on Thancred when he's feeling bad.
Far from it. And Flamine has never let me live it down. But that was a lifetime ago. Here and now I have another chance to do things right. And I will not squander it again.
Hey! Come and see what I found! You're not going to believe this.
Tell me it's Leonine.
It is at that. You lot were born lucky.
Don't we know it?
It's mostly broken pieces. But look at this.
This is a rather fine specimen.
Guys, we one-shot it.
It's been decades since we found anything approaching this big. But that's not all. There's an engraving on it.
Ah, these scratches here. They're a little hard to make out. To my beloved Magnus
Oh my God.
and Schoolie.
No fucking way.
Yes! Do you see? It was a gift to Magnus from his
Nope.
wife.
Nope. While we were over there talking about Thancred dealing with Minfilia when he was younger, you sneakily carved that into the rock yourself in an effort to rouse Magnus from his depression and despair. I see right through it. I'll even play along. I will, because it's a good try.
Really found it.
It's a really good bit. Maybe it'll
She must have
knock
spent
him out of
her
his funk.
final hours carving this message into the stone, in the hope that he might see it one day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's the official story, and I'll play
Those
along.
rock-backed bastards must have made off with it before we could clear a path to her. It's fate that brought you here to find this stone. No other explanation. It makes me wonder what else might still be buried in these parts.
Yeah, me too. Why do you hate miracles? Come on, guys. Come on. That one? There's no way. That is... That is the Omega Copium. Believing that story takes Omega Copium. You ruined that moment for you. That moment ruined itself. Imagine the odds. No. Oh, Elia, thank you for all the goodies. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm higher level, probably. I am about to hit 80. I wouldn't believe it had I not seen it for myself. Before you set it in the Talos, will you take it to Magnus? For 3 long years, he's believed she died for nothing. He must know the truth, that her sacrifice was not in vain. I'll take it straight to him. You have my word. Thank you, Goose John, for all your help. Right then, let's not keep everyone waiting. That you loved it. Yes, it's very romantic. It's a beautiful miracle that as his wife was slowly suffocating under all that rock, she found a heart that would fuel the trolley for her beloved husband, inscribed it to him with love and devotion, died, laid there for years, had her body found, but not the rock. And then many years later, worms crawling around brought the rock out to me so that I could take it to her husband, reaffirm his belief in the goodness of what he is doing so that he could fix my trolley so I could get over the wall. Hell, if Goth John hadn't done that for me, I'm actually jealous that Thancred, Uyangé, and I didn't think of the plan ourselves. Because it's such a brilliant way of knocking Magnus out of his depression, despair-induced lethargy, and actually doing the job we need him to do. Like, this is great. This is exactly what we needed. Nothing else would have worked. I've never seen such an effective way of manipulating someone out of their depression before. I don't mean to say that it couldn't happen. It's a magical world. Anything can happen. All that has to happen is that the writer tells me it did. You guys are right. What? Oh, it's you. If you've come to complain about the trolley, you'll find no sympathy from me. I told you before it won't run, and you wouldn't listen. Oh, but it will, now that we have this. Your name is engraved on it, along with your son's. It was a gift from your wife, Magnus, from Agna. No, she couldn't have. Agna. Shadow brings jaded us. Guys, there's no story, there's no book, there's no movie you could have put that into that wouldn't have made me laugh. It's too contrived, it's too pat, it's too... Look at this beautiful, perfect story loop. It's... No matter what movie, book, story, or game that was in, I would have laughed. It has nothing to do with Shadowbringers doing its best to stomp on my emotions at every turn. It's just how contrived that loop is. That's okay. Take it. Do with it what you will. You don't want this last memento of your wife's love? Are you certain? It would delay our plans, but... I said take it. It was you who found it. You who needs it. Looking at that stone, all I can see is... Please just leave me alone. I hope you'll be there when the Talos stirs to life. She'd want you to see it, Magnus. Would you do the honors of delivering this to Uyangé? Better than a sword in the middle of the map? True, but not the bar that Final Fantasy usually exceeds. You've returned, and with Leonine, it would seem. As promised, the Talos is ready for its heart, thanks to the help of Jarek, Thaf, and Minfilia. His reaction was more nuanced. That's true. You're right. I expected him to be all like, oh my god, I need to go work on the train because my wife would have wanted me to, but you're right. His reaction was more sunk in despair. At last we shall return time to the timeless, the Sentinel Stone, that we may press on towards Nabatha Rang. This Press escape on the cutscenes. Listen, if you don't like the way I interpret the story, don't watch. In my headcanon, Gothgen inscribed that stone in a hope of reinvigorating and re-enlivening his friend. And that's admirable in itself. It's a nice try. Very good. Let us begin.
Preparations for the enchantment are complete. When the heart hath been suffused with a sufficient quantity of ether,
I know you
the
guys are
golem
memeing.
should be restored to life.
So am I. You guys are memeing about you might as well skip if you've ruined this miracle for me, and I'm memeing about skipping or being overly invested in it. Guys, we just killed like 18 million worms to get this special rock. I'm just grateful we found it.
All right then. Whenever you're ready.
Song. Holy shit, song.
It's working.
Take it back.
It's working.
Anything is possible. I believe it now.
Magnus.
You left me for this?
Oh.
This wretched heap of stone and rubble?
Shit. Okay, would it comfort you if I told you that we were the ones that scratched the inscription onto the rock? Oh my god. Oh,
This
no.
worthless pile of earth? And yet, I can't. I can't.
Of course his reaction is relatable. But of course, I mean, it's his wife didn't deliberately die for the worthless chunk of rock. She happened to die while doing what she loved and was good at. But yes, I too would be like, this wasn't worth it. This is awful. I wish you were here instead of the rock. I get it.
What troubleth thee, child?
I shouldn't be here. I don't deserve to be. I don't deserve any of the things you've done for me.
I hate that she feels this way. You do deserve to live. You deserve to live, you deserve to be here, you deserve to have your own life, and I hate that you've because of the expectations you sense from us, from Thancred, from everyone else, you believe that you're not worthy. That you should be subsumed and eliminated for some other person who already had her life.
I'm just a burden, helpless and hopeless. If tomorrow came and I was gone, it would be better for everyone.
How is that possibly true? People here love you, and you kill Sin Eaters, and you fight giant Ranjit people that we also lose against. Oh my goodness. Child.
Thancred most of all. He'll never admit it, but I can see it in his eyes. I wish he'd just say it. Just say that he hates me, that he wishes I was dead so that she could return.
God. Kiddo.
None of this is thy doing, child. 'Twas I who set the Oracle on her path unto the first. I who condemned you all to suffer these torments. 'Tis my sin alone, and one that will haunt me unto my dying day.
That is true.
Yet I dare not dwell over long on my many regrets, for the world is a tapestry of fates, interwoven and inseparable. And we who strive to better it cannot choose but make difficult decisions. For naught of worth was ever achieved without sacrifice.
That's pretty true too. Not so much the last sentence, but the world is fucking complicated and it's impossible to always know what will happen as a direct result of your choices, and sometimes those consequences will make your choice the wrong one.
And thus must man ever struggle to weigh life against loss. The one for whom thou mournest beareth no grudge. Were she here, she would not suffer thee to languish in sorrow. She would tell thee to seek thine own path, thine own purpose.
That's true. And she'd want you to have your own life and find meaning and worth in it.
It is a truth which I myself was slow to learn. Yet a truth it remaineth. Thou needst but have faith, and all will be well.
Maybe. It was good. Urianger did good. Hopefully she was listening. I'm not sure you should go to her. I was worried about this from the first moment I realized and learned that you were the one being her surrogate parent. You're too conflicted. You're a good guy and you're doing your best, but you're too conflicted, and she knows it and you know it, and it's damaging to you both. I feel like I should be talking to Thancred almost exactly in the same way and in the same time that Urianger is talking to her.
Not today.
Yep. You don't know Thancred that much? How dare you?
To what do I owe the pleasure that is your extended stay?
Oh, to the tediousness of our hero's present endeavors. That and the insufferable abundance of light in Armorang. I should be glad to keep my distance. Oh, I'm rather fond of sleep, you know. It's a wonderful way to pass the time. Not that my compeers will agree, mind you. Always on the move, the lot of them. Like La Hebrea, constantly jumping from vessel to vessel. Such fire, such determination. So much passion, fleeting and forgotten.
What are you on about?
Come to think of it, Exarch, I don't believe I've ever seen you retire to your chambers for so much as 40 winks. However do you keep your eyes from closing? The cold shoulder. You wound me, sir. Always so guarded in our every interaction. Interactions you curiously refrain from sharing with the Scions and their champion.
And risk souring your budding relationship? I think not. Much as I dislike you, there are more useful targets for his energies. And I'm not in the habit of pointing him at my enemies like a weapon.
Is that right? Fond of him, are you? You continue to fascinate me, Exarch.
That sounds like the kind of thing you say about yourself because you wish it were true, even though it's not. You dragged me out of my world on purpose after concerted and sustained effort, specifically so that I could help you with your enemies.
But tell me, who are you? The once great nation whose ingenuity gave birth to this tower was shaped by my hand. As such, I know full well the wonders it can facilitate and those it cannot.
Amidst the Empire Builder.
There is nothing in these walls which could have aided you in summoning our dear friend across time and space. Much less in possession of his mortal flesh, not even I could have performed such a feat.
I see. You had a hand in Alag as well. You would know what I am? I am the adjudicator of the sacred history with which you dared trifle.
Whatever that means.
I am keeper of this tower's boundless wisdom. The wisdom of ages without age, of everywhere and nowhere. The great work of those who tamed the wings of time and grasped the nature of the rift.
Time travel, question mark?
'Tis a boon born of the sacrifice of brave heroes who gave their lives for a brighter future. I will not see their hopes and dreams squandered. The history which led us here will be unwritten. I promise you that.
Well, it seems we're both eager to fulfill our duties then.
On that much, we are in agreement.
Do you think he sees me? Looking up at him. My apologies for the delay. Minfilia and I had a private matter to discuss. Which brings me to the question, how did you find Thancred during your search? I didn't find Thancred, I found the rocks. He spoke of Minfilia of his own accord. I see. 'Tis well that he did, and with such candor. I attempted to bring this up before. I wanted to ensure that he left no words unspoken unless tragedy happened. A regret I myself know all too well, but in the end, he refused to listen to me. A time will come when they must face the reality of their circumstances, but I have faith. All will be well in time. Now, let's not waste any more time. The Talus and Nabatharang await. After this region is the perfect time for role quests? Okay. Hey, I got a new thing. What did I get? I got Stardiver. 30-second cooldown, which means I can push it once or twice in each Life of the Dragon. If it's exactly 30 and the duration is exactly 30, it means I can use it once. Potency of 620 does AoE only under Life of the Dragon. Do it. We will. I may rearrange the order of these buttons. I put them in order of cooldown, but these cooldowns are kind of irrelevant. Stardiver has a 30-second cooldown, but it doesn't really. If I'm pushing it once per Life of the Dragon, it has a much different actual cooldown. Alright, you guys want me to go... In order for me to push that button, I have to actually, like, charge up Nastrin. We can go do that real quick, though. How do people reach F keys? Easy. They're very important keybinds for me. Alright. Are we doing it? What the fuck? That's so big! Holy moly! What is the animation lock on that sucker? Gotta be a full... Can't double weave with that, I'm guessing. That was insane. Gear check. Okay, thank you, Elia. I will put on your gifts as soon as I finish this. It's been years since I've seen a Talos in such fine shape. Would that Agna was here to see it, or our son. I was ready to let her dreams die down there in the mines, even after you'd found the Leonine. I refused to believe it could work. Gods, what a fool I was. But I tell you now, I'll take good care of this Talos, for both of their sakes. On behalf of my family and all the miners of Twine, thank you. Enough chitter chatter. Let's get you lot to Nabatharang, eh? Everything seems to be in order. I take it the Talos' presence resolves the issue of the gate. Oh that. Yes. It's designed to open at the Talos' approach. Then we can finally go to Nabath Arang. Nod. You certainly can. All that remains is a final check of the control box over at the mines. You hear that, boys? Get that Talos over to the mines and keep a close eye on it around the curves. Understood? Yes, sir. Let us repair to the mines, then. Before we go, while you were away with Robin, I prepared an extra set of cartridges for you. And this one. It's the practice cartridge you gave me. I know I should have thrown it away ages ago, but I've been adding a little extra to it every day. After so many charges, I'm honestly not sure what it'll do, but I wanted you to have it. For luck. Minfilia, we should hurry. Magnus and the others are probably wondering where we are. So, the plan was to do the role quest all at once at a good stopping point in the story. And I was thinking that I would just do all of them, since Leith tells me I need to do role quests. All of them. Then I thought I would just do all of them. Yeah, after this region. I'll boost an Arcanist, which gives me both healer and ranged DPS, right? Summoner and Scholar. And then I need to boost a tank. I don't know which one. Probably the one that has the coolest story? Because then I can do... The problem is if I boost it, doesn't it skip all of the job quests? If I boost the Dark Knight to level 80, will I lose the ability to do all the job quests? Because I'd want to go back and do that. So maybe I should boost whatever seems cool and not worry about the story, and then play whatever stories I decide are cool later. Some of the stories are probably some of the side content that you guys are going to want me to do after I'm done with the MSQ. So I should just boost something that seems neat instead. Which I have to say, Gunbreaker seems fucking sick. I wanna do what Dancred does. Strongly advise against doing 6 point. Thank you for the bits, I appreciate that, but I don't know what any of that means, except I've already done Omega. If you're saying that I should do Omega, then I can assure you I have in fact done Omega. Thank you very much for the bits, though. I appreciate it. Zealous with 100 bits and 100 bits earlier. Thank you so much for the 200 bits. I appreciate the support. Mustache with the gifted sub. I appreciate that. Boop Toop. How you doing, my friend? Thank you so much for the 26 months. Etler, thank you for the 25 months. Both of you with 2 years of hanging out with the stream. Thank you very, very much, everyone. Jake, thank you very much for the sub. I appreciate the support, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. You don't have to do all the role quests. I need to do all the role quests, I'm told, by the moderators who are charting my path through the MSQ, because doing so unlocks a quest that they consider mandatory for full enjoyment of the MSQ. So I will be doing all of them. I'll be doing Scholar, Summoner, and a Tank. That plus my Dragoon finishes everything. So this is it. We're finally going to Nabatha Rang. I've thought long and hard about what to say to her, to the real Minfilia. I hoped when the time came I would know, but with every step we take I feel more uncertain. That's no reason to give up though, not when so much is at stake. Thank you, all of you, for helping me to get here. Now, let's not keep Magnus waiting. Alright. Magnus, you ready for this? There you are. What do you think? A little primitive looking, I'll admit, but Daedalus Stoneworks has always favored a simple, intuitive design, and that philosophy has served us well enough. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it, RB. I'm sorry, Owa21. My thing lied to me. Owa, thank you so much for the Prime sub, I appreciate the support. Much of the Charlie network uses single tracks, making it easy for the Talos to navigate them as needed. Plotting a route is so simple, even we can do it, which makes there fewer accidents in transit. Speaking of which, are you ready to board? Sumamasu, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate the support, everyone. I'm going to stop calling out subs now because we're about to start some activities. Alright then, watch your step. Maybe we should sit or buckle in?
Urianger?
Thou must needs carry on without me. The path to Nabatha Rang lieth open. Whilst thou travellest thither to the south, I would apprise Mistress Alize and the others of our progress. As circumstances permit, I will thereafter rejoin the hunt for the remaining Light Wardens.
Okay. What are you up to?
Magnus, will the gate close immediately after the trolley passes through?
No, it will stay open until someone closes it manually. Built that way to prevent any untimely accidents.
Then you and the others can meet us in Nabatha Rang, after giving the Ilmorans the slip.
Okay.
Urianger. Thank you for everything.
For being an actually useful, helpful, and supportive adult in the child's life.
Remember, thou needst but have faith.
If you finished with your goodbyes, I suggest you grab hold of something. Be a shame if you took a tumble.
He listened. She did listen. He got through to her. That's amazing, to be completely frank. Utterly amazing. And he should be roundly applauded for managing to get a teenager in the throes of teenage angst, plus a whole bunch of actual trauma, to listen to his wise words. Well done, Urianger. It's more than most of us can do.
The tracks beyond the gate aren't in the best of shape, so the trolley can only go as far as Malik.
Okay.
Godspeed.
I feel like we should at least have Minfilia buckle up. This seems like an unsafe way to just stand and ride.
Ah, that must be the gate. Well, so far so good.
Wee. Watch out!
Wait, is that Ranjit?
Watch out! Never mind. He just kicked the fucking train.
You're a stubborn old swine, aren't you?
One who has mastered Gukumots fears not the blackest pit or the fieriest hell.
Or trolleys.
Your deeds in the east did not go unnoticed. Long have I lain in wait, and sure enough, you did not disappoint. Had you only sworn fealty to Lord Vorthry, you'd have no cause to skulk about like frightened animals.
True, because we wouldn't have had to come this way to kill the Light Warden that Lord Vorthry forbade us to kill. I guess we'd be hanging out in your weird city instead.
You will remain as you are, while I dispatch these villains.
No.
Does he realize we're not just
I won't.
here for fun?
I won't let you.
You forget to whom you speak. Who armed you, trained you, fought and killed 1,000 sin-eaters with you.
1,000?
When you were inevitably cut down and lay lifeless in my arms, who sought out your successor to carry on the futile struggle again and again?
Bro, I don't know if this is as inspiring as you think it is. What you're really telling this girl is, who was there when every prior version of you died over and over and over again? Don't you realize you owe me loyalty?
We seek to bring peace to what is left of this shattered land, while these mad fools would only bring further chaos down upon us. Do not be deceived, child. Only by Lord Vorthry's hand will this dying world know a sliver of salvation.
I don't know about the world, but I never asked to be saved. However much it hurts, and however hard it gets. It's my life, and I want to live it on my own terms.
Hell yes. Good.
And those mad fools you want me to abandon, the ones I've traveled with, fought with, and may one day die with, they feel the same. So no, I will not be deceived, no matter what you say. I refuse to believe it's all for nothing. They're everything to me. All I have, and all I need. And I would gladly do anything for them. Let us pass, or kill me. I'm not leaving here without them.
Very good speech, except for the whole kill me part. Let's back away from that.
How dare you? Very well. If you would cast your lot with villains, then you shall share their fate.
Alright, it's time for Ranji to die then. Leave her alone! Good job.
I heard what you said, and I'm sorry for all the things I've left unspoken. You have to go, now!
Thancred, no!
Go! Do what you came here to do. I'll not have you waste that newfound resolve on me. I leave her in your hands. Hurry!
I feel like we could all work together and kill him, and then go together. But I'm not good at expressing my ideas, so instead I'll just nod and leave. He almost killed you all?
Not
Yeah, but he
another
was
step.
ganking lobies.
Your
I've gained like
fight
6
is with
levels
me.
since then.
You think yourself a protector? Ha! As if a whelp like you could be a better father to her than me.
He is. He's not great, but he is better. Oh shit. Wait, I'm Thancred. What do I got? Spam 1 for a combo. 2 is a jump. 3 is DR. 4 is a heal. And 5 is big damn. DR, heal. Okay.
Come on!
I'm doing combos. You know, he's really not taking much in the way of damage.
This is going well.
No, it's not. He's immortal.
Vanity! Beast of my blood, answer my call!
Whoa.
Rend my foes and ward their blows!
Whoa.
When will you learn? Die!
What the fuck? Hmm.
Not good.
Oh. Undo. Pew pew.
And you presume to be her protector? Pathetic!
Hey, you're pathetic.
No quarter!
Awkward as fuck. Pew pew. It's carried on long enough, wouldn't you agree? Yes.
Why do you persist in this folly? Is that all?
The last cartridge.
Fall!
Oh, he found me. I didn't get to use the cartridge.
Fools to a man! Fall!
Dang it, he keeps seeing me. Unlucky. No more tricks. So it would seem. Oh shit. Rude. Hey! Guys, I think, we died. He can't get me if I'm behind him. Never mind. Well, shit. He'll protect me. I need to get in range to use my thing. A good one. Ilia's cartridge. You guys should have seen your face when I wasn't pushing the button.
You would have her suffer and die. I would spare her that fate.
That is not for you or anyone else to decide ever again.
Hell yeah, Thancred. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And people leave. still think all of us together would have been fine.
Not a single day goes by that I don't think about all that you have given me. Countless memories and moments I took for granted. Gods, you grew up so fast. But you had to, didn't you? For those you had lost. For those you could yet save. A world teetering on the very brink of oblivion, for which you gave your everything, without hesitation. Your kindness, your compassion, your love, then and now. One last time, with a little help. I'm so proud to have been a part of your life. Oh, Minfilia.
Look, no body. He's been picked up. He's in a hospital. You okay? I'm fine. Bankred's fine. Thank you very much, Elia. Let's put on all the new stuff. Ooh, a horse chestnut spear. Thank you. That's a lot of new gear. Holy moly, 6k health. That's insane. Guys, literally earlier today, this game dropped Y'shtola down a bottomless chasm, and she was fine 5 minutes later. You're not gonna trick me. I'm untrickable. He's fine. I can't remember the last time someone actually did die in this game. Tesleen doesn't count. She was only put in the game for no other reason than to immediately kill her off as a fake out, saying, look, people can actually die. But I'm not that trickable. This is the place, Robin. This is where she stopped the flood. The last time I was here, when I felt her presence overwhelming me, I tried to pretend it wasn't happening. To just turn away. Actually true. What was the purpose of Tesseline in this story? It was an introduction to the expansion. It was like, hey, welcome to the expansion. Did you enjoy the trailer? Wasn't it so uplifting? Great. So right this way to the euthanasia clinic. Oh, and by the way, yes, we have to execute children. And here's this nice lady, Lamau, we're gonna kill her too. That was her whole purpose. And now that they've done that, Y'shtola is dead. JK, she's of course fine. Thancred's dead. JK, of course he's fine. Can't turn away now. Not this time. For Thancred and the others, I have to face her. I'm sorry guys, if you want me to cry, it's just not gonna happen. It was earlier today that they tried this with Y'shtola too. I ain't buying it. Minfilia's live. Minfilia is dead, and I have grieved Minfilia. And I just hope that she stays dead and lets Minfilia have her own life. In the event that you leave the area, speak with the apprentice engineer at Twine and Amarang to return to Nabatharu. Yeah, I think that scene was an amazingly good scene, but it's not because he was hurt or because he died, which he obviously didn't. It was because he is protecting the child and sorting out his emotions over the child and redeeming what he perceives as his past failures with the other Minfilia and his past failures with this Minfilia. It's a deeply moving scene, but it's not about him dying. That's not the point. It's him sacrificing himself to protect this Minfilia and allow her to be who she wants to be and allow her to live her own life out from underneath the questionable protection of Ranjit and out from beneath his own expectations of what she should be as well. It's a great scene. It's a wonderful scene. He finds redemption. He finds resolution. He even finds, I think, to a certain extent, closure. I'm proud of him, and I'm very glad for him too. Thancred's a good person who was put into an impossible situation with this Minfilia, and he's reconciled to it now. That's wonderful. I'm proud of him. I can sense her presence, faintly. Come on, let's look over by the crystal wall. Felt like he was an ass because he pushed her away to try not to influence her, but didn't know how to handle himself. Yeah, he handled it very poorly. He did. And I don't think it's because he was an ass. It was because he was under an enormous amount of emotional conflict. He didn't want to unduly influence her, but also could not help doing it, and realized, I think, partially after Yangé talked to her, and partially after her speech, that, and because she straight up told him, that, yeah, she sees the emotional conflict, she knows what I'm feeling, and I need to see her for who she is. I don't think he's an ass. I think he was in an impossible situation. And if you'll recall, earlier today I said he shouldn't be the one caring for her. It's an impossible situation that's harmful to them both. And that was true. And they've managed to work through it. And that's good. He'll be a better man for it. And she'll be a happier person for it as well. Hoping this for later. Listen, I'm sure I'll cry at points during this game, but not about Thancred not dying.
is this?
Run for your lives! It's the flood! The flood!
The end is nigh!
Look! There's somebody up there! On top of the palace!
The
No! Stand back! We shall stay the flood.
But this is what I want! It's my sacrifice to make!
should have let him.
Your time has not yet come. When all hangs in the balance, you must give them hope.
Minfilia!
This place.
Why you guys tried so hard to convince me that Thancred was dead when this was happening 1 minute later?
You're...
Ours is a meeting long overdue. Full glad am I that we may finally speak. My dear, sweet child, yours is a burden none should ever be forced to bear. Such pain and suffering you have endured, yet still you came. For this and more, I thank you.
I've lost count of the times I've almost given up. If people hadn't helped me every step of the way, I never would have made it.
Yet here you stand, resolved. Now, tell me your heart's desire.
To defeat the Sin Eaters, and bring this world back from the brink. The remaining Wardens have hidden themselves from us. But with the power of the Oracle, I thought we might be able to find them.
Indeed you could. Their radiance would be unmistakable. But know, my child, that the power you seek will come at a price. We stand now at the crossroads. A decision must be made. 'Tis only natural to be afraid, to hesitate. But for your many trials, you have grown stronger and wiser. And with the love and support of those you hold dear, you have grown to love yourself.
The flood has washed away so much of this world. So many people and places and possibilities, and all the heroes who fought to protect them. Yet here the Scions are, trying so hard to help those few of us who remain, and seeing how tirelessly they work, how completely committed they are to the cause. I can't help but believe. I want to do more than just watch and cheer. I want to make a difference. I want to help them like they helped me, and maybe even inspire others to do the same. Coming together, providing for one another. That's the only way forward I can see. Since all of our heroes are gone, we'll just have to make heroes of ourselves.
"'Tis a beautiful, wonderful dream. One we share. Though my power was all but spent in staying the flood, I prayed this final act would give hope to those who survived. That self-same hope lives on in you. It gives me comfort to know that the future is in capable hands. If ever you should falter, remember this. No one, however powerful, is immune to the whisperings of doubt and despair. Do not give in to them. But do not deny them either. Look instead to the light within, that you may continue to serve as a beacon to others.
Thank you, Minfilia, for believing in us, for believing in me.
Dearest friend, no words can express my gratitude to you for keeping her safe in these tumultuous times. You are a hero to us both. But not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. Only together may you change the fate of two worlds.
Oh my god. That was really good. The scene with her sacrificing herself for this world was very hard to watch. But it was good to finally know everything that happened, and it's good that she's not cannibalizing this Minfilia. She really needs a new name. It's not a big deal. She's been Minfilia for her whole life. No reason to rob her of the name. But I just wonder if it might not be more healthy, more individual asserting for her to have her own name. It's been, I mean, I know you guys are going to laugh about this because I've been doing this for like 2 weeks. But it was insane how long they kept that whole what happened to Minfilia thing going. And I know it sounds dumb, but it is good to have closure. It is good to know. It is good to know that she sacrificed herself for a world doing what she thought was right and doing what she thought was best and bringing hope to people. And that in the end, she let even that go to give this girl her own life. For so long, it was just so unclear. She's missing. We found all the other scions. Heidelin told her to wait. Heidelin told her to become a mouthpiece. She's going to another world to save them from their catastrophe. She promised she'd come back. Maybe? But now we know. Now we know. It's good. I really liked Minfilia. I thought she was an excellent character. I thought she was a good person. And she didn't always have the best choices, you know? Like a lot of what happened to her, especially... Man, this was all the way back at the end of ARR. But anyway, what choices did she have? Heidelin told her to stay behind. Heidelin told her to join her. Heidelin made her a mouthpiece, but then she chose to come to this world instead of going home. And she chose to try to save it, and she chose to sacrifice herself to hold back the flood. She was good. And I'm really glad that even though they hinted that she could take over the girl, and I'm glad she didn't do that, because the girl deserves her own life. Alright guys, I've had my glasses off for most of this except for the cutscene, so I haven't been looking at chat. Heidelin kind of sus. I mean, yeah, kind of. Don't think Heidelin forced her. I don't think so either. I think she would have made those choices. I'm just not sure how much choice she had. But she was always determined to do the right thing and to try to save the world. And I think it speaks volumes for her that went so far as to saving another world as well. Without hesitation, she went back with the Warriors of Darkness. And that was her choice. Blubber. Yeah, the cutscene with her sacrificing herself got me real good. It did. It got me real good. But the scene with her talking to the child was just so wholesome and positive and just good, you know? Life affirming, identity affirming, individuality affirming, all the things that this poor child has lost out on by being raised by a man who considered her just another replaceable cog in a line of cogs. And then Thancred, who did his best, but also saw her as what could be his old friend instead. Minfilia did good. I missed some stuff. Minunu, thank you so much for the subs. That's the Asian. Thank you as well for the support. Links Nix, 20 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I'm grateful for the support. It's very gratifying to know that you value me crying so much that you'll buy my groceries in order to enable me to cry for you. Blood Elf, thank you for the gifted sub as well. Moves in Herds, Sidon, Grimpeach, Jim Loveless, and Waifupa. Thank you all for the support. I'm grateful for the subs. Thank you. Microphone, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Or Tears Chupacabras. That was cute. I do enjoy the story. I love the story. And I'm so, like, it's sad, but I thought she was alive and would come back all the way up until we read the children's book teaching us that she gave her strength and sacrificed herself to hold back the flood, and then ever since then, girls like her have been being born and fighting fighting Sin Eaters with her gifts. At that point, I was like, okay, she's dead. And I had been holding on with all certainty that she was alive ever since the end of ARR. I was sure that she was fine. All the way up through the scene with Heidelin, I was like, she promised she'd come back, which she did. She'll be back. So at that point, I decided she was dead, and that was okay to finally have some closure and no longer have this, like, maybe hanging over us. This was really good because there was still that little bit of she was kind of hanging on as a spiritual conduit of powers to these girls with a little bit of a lingering threat of taking over them. And that's over now. And it wasn't a sad ending, it was a fulfilling, uplifting, identity-affirming ending for this child. Who needs that desperately. What happened? I remember speaking of Menphilia and then... Hey, her eyes are normal now. And she has red hair. That's good. No longer haunted. That's really good. I pray, please give her a new name. Oh my god, she deserved a new name. She deserves to be herself. And then they do this. Oh wow. What meaningful things to say. Fucking Robin. He should just stick to nodding. He had never had anything useful to say. A parting gift, I think. I agree. It's Menphilia saying very clearly, you are your own person. You are you. Whole and entire. And you deserve to have your life as you. No lingering specter, no lingering ghosts. You're you. Until now, I've walked the path she set before me, the path she set before all the Menphilias. But she's given me a new path and a new life that I can call my own. And even though she's gone, I can still feel her, warm and calm and gentle. I can feel the beating heart of the world, the light swelling within it, and the light wardens. There's one here in Amarang. Let's hurry back. The others need to know. You don't think Thancred will be angry with me, do you? No, because at the end, he also got his redemption, his reconciliation with this. He's going to be glad. He'll be sad, but he'll be glad. Thancred's a good boy now. He said, you guys just try way too hard. I'd like to think so too, but we'll have to see. Would you mind going on ahead? I'll be right behind you, I promise. Search for Thancred. Well, I kind of already gave it a glance, but sure, I'll go back. I had to see if his body was lying there. One of these days, I will be correct. There's this thing you guys do sometimes. Which is... Maybe I'm making this up, but I'm going to throw it out there. See what you guys think. Sometimes I'm right about what's happening or what will happen. And you're so desperate for it to be a huge surprise that I simply never expected or anticipated that you argue against it really hard to the point where it becomes implausible That you're not just trying to convince me I'm wrong about something that I'm right about, you know? Sometimes the way you argue is itself a completely unintentional and unavoidable spoiler. You're trying too hard. You're spoiling yourself? Yeah, okay, I guess, sure. By being super invested in it and occasionally guessing correctly. 90% of the time, I have no idea what's going on. I don't even have to guess. Another 5% of the time, I have a guess and I'm completely wrong. Occasionally, I'm right. And in those occasions when I'm right, I think I've noticed, and maybe I'm making this up, but I think I've noticed you trying really hard to persuade me I'm wrong in a way that makes me think I'm not. I don't know. It could be made up. But you don't have to worry about it too much. Usually, I'm wrong. Anyway, hey, look who it is.
Ah, there you are. We were worried.
It was so implausible for him to be dead. It was just fight for a while, win the fight, and then fall over and like throw his hand over his forehead to shave himself from the sun, and then bleh, and dead. He just laid down on the sand.
Really? He wasn't the one that nearly got himself killed. It's a good thing Urianger called on us when he did. You were at death's door when we found you.
But thanks
That's why
to
he
your
went back.
timely ministrations, I was not obliged to walk through it.
I didn't think he was dead, but of course I'm gonna go check if his body's there on the sand. Tell me you didn't do the same. I refuse to believe that anyone who loves watching the MSQ so much that you watch me do it. Watched it 5 times, love this game that much. Tell me you didn't go back. You all went back. I didn't. Many of you did. Many of you did. Of course I went back. I could see the exact place where he fell down. Scared to find out. I respect it. Him dying might have been a good end. I don't think so. Just because he has a wonderful growth moment doesn't mean he has to be killed. Like, imagine you have a good growth moment. All right, your story's over. Good job.
Minfilia?
You saw her.
I know I haven't exactly been pulling my weight up till now, but that's all going to change, starting today.
Oh my god, you still need to work on your self-esteem, child. You're a teenager killing Sin Eaters. This was your plan!
I'll do whatever it takes to make Minfilia's dream a reality.
This hits hard. It hits so hard.
I can track the Light Wardens now. Maybe even help you fight them.
Oh my god. I have a 14-year-old daughter. Who has unbelievably high expectations for herself. And if she ever like struggles with a math lesson or struggles with a science lesson, first she'll be frustrated that she doesn't understand. And then she'll be mad because she should be better than this and should know better and should be doing better. And then, so help me, she'll be angry that she's getting sad about not understanding something to the extent that she thinks she should. At each and every level, including the meta levels, upset. You know? And I feel like this is such a realistic depiction of just these unbelievable expectations and the constant self-doubt and the inability to see the good that you're doing and what you're capable of. That feeling that nothing you do is good enough. Truly and legitimately being unable to recognize your own achievement. So every time she does this, I'm like, oh my god, I'm I had this conversation 2 days ago, and I couldn't convince my 14-year-old to not be upset about her 92% on her calculus homework. And here I am helpless again in front of this 14-year-old, unable to convince her that she's doing good when she came up with this fucking plan and she kills Sin Eaters. I'm useless. Oh my god. They did such a good job of writing this 14-year-old. Such a good job of evoking a father's complete and total helplessness at helping a 14-year-old child out of this maelstrom of self-doubt and self-worth doubt, you know? Your daughter parses purple in math. Here's the really funny thing, right? So I'm homeschooling my daughter to a certain extent. She's teaching herself a lot. And if she doesn't get above a certain threshold on her exams, she just retakes it again. After first being really, really upset that she didn't do as well as she thought she should have done. Jesus Christ, child. Shut up and play the game. Bro, I hope you're memeing. If you're memeing, it's a good one. If you're not, if you don't like the stream, get the fuck out. Fuck. There's a million streams out there. Find one you like. Start banning people? I have no need to ban people 99% of the time. Anyway, I think these scenes... So first of all, obviously I'm partially babbling, almost in like some kind of emotional catharsis at finally having closure about Minfilia. Plus, joy that this is turning out so well. She's got her own life, Thancred's recognizing it, they're getting along well, I'm happy. Plus, I think it's worth lauding the writers for really well done writing. If a character in a video game is making me remember moments of my own life, then they're doing an extraordinarily good job of doing what stories are for, which is evoking thought and consideration about the human condition. Amazing writing. It is amazing writing. It is amazing writing. And I've enjoyed talking about it with you guys for a little while now. It's just so funny that after we're doing her plan right now, and as a result of her plan, it's working and she can identify lightweight wardens because of her plan, and she still opens this whole conversation up by saying, I haven't been much use around here.
I'm glad you're back.
You don't have to say that, you know.
But I want to. Your family. How else would I feel?
Yay. And hopefully she believes him, although that'll probably be hard. Hug her, Thancred.
She will need a name.
Yes! Oh my god. Praise the Lord. Praise the writers.
A name?
I agree. I'm so happy right now. Of course she needs a name.
Of her own. I would not have her walk in the shadow of another any longer.
You watched again.
I think it a fitting tribute to our departed friend too. At the mention of Minfilia, I would remember the woman who preserved our fellowship when all seemed lost.
Good point as well. I just resonate with Y'shtola, you know. It's not pre-watched, it's just Y'shtola and I, we're besties. We have the same ideas. Y'shtola knows Robin wants her to have a different name.
Do you remember what you were called before you were taken to Yulmore?
I'm sorry, I don't. I couldn't have been very old when it happened.
Then we must think of a new name. Suggestions?
First, see if she has any ideas. Maybe she wants to think of her own name.
If the lady herself has no preference, I think the honor should rightly fall to Thancred. After all they have been through together, he's practically a father to her.
Guys, stop saying Jessie. Stop. How about Jasmine? Don't name her
Well
Jessie.
spotted. I'm so glad you're here to explain these things.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Oh, nothing.
What about Reen?
Reen. Reen.
Ah, blessing in Fae.
I'm sure Thancred was thinking of that.
Wait, does this mean thou wert listening when I delivered my lectures on the pixies?
Not exactly, but that one word made an impression.
I heard a pretty word.
Of course, if it's not to your liking, I can think of something else.
Reen. Yes, I rather like the sound of it.
It's a good name. Reen. It's good.
Thank you.
That settles it then. Welcome aboard, Reen.
I won't let you down.
Oh, that was so good. That was so good. Need a cigarette? I don't smoke. Good place to stop. How long has it been? 13 hours? So if I stopped here, would I be leave? Would I be coming back tomorrow and doing the role quest first? What is your recommendation? Maybe DM me your recommendation. Yeah, this is a good stopping point. We just finished a very major quest. An awesome storyline. We all feel good. My heart is uplifted and happy. And then tomorrow I could come back and do the role, maybe? Almost done with the region, directly to the dungeon from here and then leave. Okay. Okay, so log on tomorrow, do the dungeon, finish the area, and then do the role quests. That sounds good. Azur, thank you so much for the 25 gifted subs. True Zeracian, thank you as well for the gifted sub, I see. And Separate Failures, thank you as well. Thank you for the support, everyone. I really appreciate it. Today was fun. Tomorrow is going to be all day MSQ. I have no WoW tomorrow. So we'll start at 5 a.m. US Central Time, noon EU Central Time, and we will go for probably a minimum 12 hours. Pure MSQ all day long, no WoW. Thank you all for watching today. Thank you all for hanging out and enjoying the journey. This quest was really, really good. Shadowbringer so far has been a hell of an expansion. Holy moly. Many ups and downs. An emotional roller coaster. Jakes, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I really appreciate the support. Thank you again to everyone. Azur, Jake, True Zeracian, Cognita with 5 more gifted subs. Everyone supporting the stream. It feels really good to know that not only you enjoy my stream, but also that you're enjoying this journey with me so much that you want to pay my rent while I do it. So thank you very, very much. It's gratifying to know that it's interesting to you to watch. Even if you are all emotional ghouls trying to get me to cry. Thank you again, everyone, for an amazing day. A really good ending quest. And I'll be back tomorrow in the morning. We cry with you. I know, you have to. Like, there's no way that you would be here if you weren't. I don't know how anyone could see Minfilia sacrificing herself before the flood and not cry. It was a really good scene, but it was also a really powerful, touching scene. Thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful remainder of your day. You keep subbing. I keep having to say thank you. Grand Potato, Mazio, Cognito, thank you all so much for the support.